Hello, beautiful people. Hoodie here. I spent an hour at the local guitar shop today. I took my Fender Telecaster in to get fixed. It's making too much noise, but I spent an hour just looking around the shop because I don't get to get into those shops very often. So when I get there, I really like to spend my time and look at everything and see what's new and look at all those beautiful guitars. And if you haven't been able to tell already, I'm really passionate about the guitar, whether it's the electric, whether it's acoustic, I don't care. I just love this instrument. So I'm driving home and I'm thinking to myself, what would be a good topic for a video that I could share today? So I'm not sure exactly what the title's going to be, but it's going to be something along the lines of the top 5 reasons why the guitar is the greatest instrument ever made, or something along the lines. Because I've got 5 reasons which are sort of scientifically based, but then I've got an extra reason, so it's a bonus reason why I personally love this bloody instrument, whether it's this one. I mean, what I played then, I'm playing on a cheaper model guitar. The action's all out. I think it may have even been a little bit out of tune. I don't know, but you can still play beautiful things on these instruments. It doesn't matter. They don't have to be super expensive. So anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let me give you the 5 reasons why I think the guitar is the greatest musical instrument ever invented, created, developed, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to start with number 1, versatility. And when I say versatility, I mean across all genres, right? Where there's jazz, classical, there's rock, metal, whatever genre you want, it can be serviced by this amazing instrument. And sure, you can say, yeah, but what about these other instruments as well, drums and bass? And by the way, we can put bass guitar in here too. I'm more than happy to add bass guitar into this guitar sort of video. And yes, some of those other musical instruments, you're absolutely right. They can be versatile as well. But will they tick all the other boxes? So it's not a matter of each individual instrument ticking 1 or 2 boxes. The guitar, for me, ticks all the boxes today. So versatility, number 1, doesn't matter what genre of music you've got, you can get a beautiful sound from these guitars. Number 2, portability and accessibility, right? So right from, I was at the shop today and there was, thousands of dollar guitars, Gibsons and Fenders and all of these and PRSs. And right through to, I had I didn't, there was a learner there buying her first guitar, which was $220, and it was like a starter pack. So you've got that versatility, but you've got that portability and accessibility. So somebody with not a lot of money can buy a guitar. Somebody, you can take that, I can take that acoustic out and play by the fire. I can play with my electric in here. I've got a small little setup, which, it cost me a little bit of money, but I can play my electrics anywhere I want to take them as well now. So you've really got that ability to move with your instrument, maybe in a way that you couldn't do with a piano or something like that, like something quite heavy, or even drums. It's beautiful. I love the drums. Don't get me wrong on all of these other instruments. I always wished I could play the piano better, and my drumming's pretty average, so I never really spent any time on either of those 2 instruments. But they're not very portable, and that it makes it a bit difficult, not always as accessible because you can't turn them down. They're noisy, you've got problems with neighbors and all of that sort of thing. So just another reason why I think guitars are the best instrument. Number 3 is expressiveness and emotional range. Now I'm going to play just a little bit and I want you to just have a listen, because I'm going to come back and explain a few things. So just have a listen to this. It's the start of another song that I wrote recently called The Harmonic Heartbreak. And here it goes. Okay, so number 3 is the expressiveness and the emotional range you can get out of these instruments. Because what happens is you're not just going from one note to the next. There's a thousand little differences in those notes. Even if you just look at that very first bit I play where I go. There's a lot happening there, right? Even though it looks like I'm playing that note, I'm actually bending it just slightly because I want it to really just push on the edge of the note. And then what I do is I give it a vibrato, so I let it just sort of shake a little bit. So we get this. And look, I'm sliding as well. You can't do that on a piano. There is something about being able to slide into notes, slide out of notes, hammer on, pull off, bend them just minutely just to give yourself some tension. You've got to play harder and softer. There really is an incredible expressive range in this guitar, or in any guitar. So I think that's something that you don't always get on an instrument that hits a note or doesn't hit a note. Like you get that in between. And I know some keyboards have the wheel, I don't know what it's called, it's like a pitch control. So yes, we can mimic a guitar on a keyboard. That's great, but that's not what that sound is about. You don't hear anybody playing piano and using that toggle to change the notes on the piano, right? Because it wouldn't sound very natural. But on a guitar, we get to be able to sound natural and expressive in that way. Number 4 is the iconic status and cultural impact that this beautiful instrument has had over the years. Like if you think about the Beatles right now, if I have an image of the Beatles in my head, I see 4 guys, and I can't remember if they're all holding a guitar, but they're all holding a guitar in my head anyway. So if I think about the Rolling Stones, there's Keith Richards holding a guitar and right next to Mick Jagger singing, right? If I think of so many iconic status, I wear this hat. I wear it because I'm bald, and I didn't like the light shining off my bald head. But I grew up watching Slash play. Like I idolized Slash. Like I just loved the way he played, that iconic status. I wanted to be like these guys, right? I wanted to be that guy with a guitar on stage and really, getting into the feeling and creating some energy for people. So I always really liked that iconic status, that cultural impact. You see people walking around the shops, and I'm sure they can't play guitar, but they're wearing shirts with guitar players on them and, bands that they love. Like that is a status thing. Like that is just awesome that this musical instrument, as well as drums and bass and all the other instruments, was able to bring to the world that iconic status. The 5th reason is the endless creativity and personalization. Like, I've got 11 different guitars. All of them play differently and bring different things out of me. I've written, over the years, I must have written about 120 songs. And a lot of those are all very different, right? From just pure rock songs to guitar songs to jazz songs to all sorts. So out of the instrument, you can just get so many different things, so much creativity, so much personalization too, because I've got 100 pedals down here, or maybe not 100. I've got about 12 or so pedals, all in different combinations. I can change my sound as I see fit, and I can make it my own. I've made this sound my own. I've spent a lot of time making this sound. So that's the 5 reasons. Now, they're all a bit scientific, right? They're all things that, don't have much to do with me personally, but I want to give you the final reason, and this is my personal reason why I love this instrument so much, and I'm oversharing here, so just bear with me. But as a shy teenager, there is just something in this instrument. I had trouble talking to people. I could tell a joke, and that got me some friends, but actually talking in front of a crowd or talking to girls or any of that sort of stuff, I really struggled with that, right? But something about the guitar gave me an identity. Something about that gave me an identity I could join a band and I could be with a group of guys and, I could show off in front of girls on stage and all of this sort of stuff. It gave me something to hold on to. And I know some people go into sports, and yes, I play a bit of soccer and stuff too, but there's something about the guitar that really got to me earlier, back when I was 16. So now being playing, for, I won't say 40 years, but close to close to, let's say 35. That's probably a bit easier on my age. But, for such a long time, and I just get so much joy. But I play for different reasons. Like I've had a struggle with anxiety through my life, and there is just something about this instrument. The world is a really big and loud place for me, but there is something when I come home and I play guitar that just makes it all come quiet again. It just helps me find my mental space. So this instrument has helped me in so many ways, and I'm so grateful that I have put in the effort, and for the artistry and craftsmanship of all the people that make all of these great guitars, whether they be the Yamahas that I've got here that I love to play, whether it's the Fenders or the Gibsons, or all of those people that have defined what this industry or this guitar industry has become. I'm really grateful to all of those, and I'm grateful if you're still watching this video or any of my videos. I know that a lot of people say some really lovely, beautiful comments on my videos, and I really appreciate it. I hope you come and follow me. I do some of these talking videos because I know people like to hear what I've got to say about these things, sometimes more than just to watch me play. So I'm happy to talk about guitars all day. So hope you like this video. Come and follow me if you haven't already. They're my 5 scientific reasons and my 1 personal reason why I think the guitar is the greatest instrument ever made. Have a great day.